Hi everyone, this is Dr. Matt, and you're listening to Take Back Your Health, where we talk about all things health and ways to help you be the best version of you. What's up everybody, this is Dr. Matt with New Directions Chiropractic, and this is Take Back Your Health podcast, and today I've got a special guest with me here, Karen Bennett over at the Serenity Salt Spa here in Hickory, North Carolina, Viewmont area. So Karen, I want to welcome you to the show today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited.
I know. It's always exciting to have a guest star because it's not just me talking, right? So, first of all, let's tell us a little bit about you because are you from the Hickory area or are you transplant? Or kind of, I don't think I even know that. Where are you from?
I'm originally from a little town in upstate New York.
That's right.
Nowhere near the city, just a small town along the Vermont-Canadian border. We moved here a little over 4 years ago. We live in closer to the Bethlehem area, but
okay.
Yeah.
You New Yorkers coming down here.
Yes. Don't judge.
Oh, no. You and everybody else. No, so what got you into salt spa stuff? Salt therapy or halotherapy, right? Halotherapy is what you call it? Yeah, let's get it correct. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Halotherapy.
Halotherapy. Okay. What got you into that? Because you're not originally in the industry, right?
No, I was actually in the banking industry for about 30 years, had a career change, looked for something that I thought would bring a benefit to the Hickory area that isn't already here. Mm-hmm. We had visited a salt spa in the Florida area on vacation, had some sinus issues, just went in there on a whim, and it helped us tremendously. We loved it. So as I was starting to look for a new career path, that was one of the things that I looked into, and then obviously went forward with the education to learn how to bring it here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And when you live in a town that's named after a tree, allergies are going to be a common thing around here, especially. But what was the education behind all that? Did you have to go through like certifications, schooling, or was it just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to open up a shop and figure it out?
I did have to do, I don't know if I had to do, but I chose to do a course to become a certified halotherapist.
Okay.
I did that through the Salt Chamber out of Florida.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So that was just a series of online courses that gave me that certification at the end. And then obviously a lot of research and study at other places that offer similar things and talking with vendors to learn more about each of the modalities.
Oh, awesome. So what exactly is halotherapy? Explain that to somebody like me who doesn't I don't know the details of it.
Sure. So halotherapy is really dry salt therapy.
Okay.
It uses a halo generator. You might think of it like a salt grinder. And it grinds up a medicinal salt into tiny, tiny particles and then puts them out into the air, usually in like a salt cave or salt room type setting. The halo generator is a crucial part of halotherapy. If you don't have a halo generator, you don't have halotherapy. Sometimes you'll see places that will advertise that they offer that, but if they don't actually have the halo generator that's putting that mist out into the air, it's really not halotherapy. So you want to watch for that if you're booking an appointment somewhere.
So is it just like it's not just like a big salt grinder like you grind over your food? Does it like put it into a solution, like a saline solution? Does it grind it into like a liquid form, or does it come in a liquid form? How does it? What do you load in the machine? I should say.
We put in it's granulars, but by the time that it's done, it puts like a mist into the air. But what's left in the machine when we clean it after each use is a very, very fine powder.
Gotcha.
Just what is left of the salt that doesn't disperse into the air.
Okay, awesome. That's good to know. But what's the direct benefit? Like, what's the biggest benefit of doing that kind of therapy?
So dry salt therapy kind of behaves like a toothbrush. It cleans the respiratory system. It removes the buildup of foreign elements and different various things in the respiratory tract that cause ailments and conditions. When you inhale it, it's anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. So it promotes a higher oxygen intake. It increases your energy and it improves your immune system. One of the nice things about the dry salt therapy is any age can participate in it. So even your little ones can benefit. There's no age restrictions.
And that's good to know because I know you have a child room Right.
Yes.
And then most people don't know that. It's so cool that she's actually got a child room. It's like a little sandbox in there, but instead of sand, it's little granules of the Himalayan salt. So
Yes. You can definitely tell the allergies are out this week because we've had like 4 or 5 little ones in there playing.
Yes.
So,
Oh, you believe me, I'm feeling it myself. I know the first day of fall was yesterday, so we're definitely on that time of year. So you're probably going to be getting a lot of business here in the next few weeks, I'd imagine. But what's so special about the pink salt, the Himalayan salt? Why do you have to use that salt specifically? You can't use like sea salt or the other kind of salts that are out there.
so true Himalayan salt has lots of trace minerals in it. So they're essential for your optimal health. So when you breathe in or you ingest these minerals, it balances the pH factor in your body. And it helps it to detox. It also regulates your body's natural energy levels. From an aesthetic point of view, it releases negative ions into the air. So positive ions are believed to increase anxiety, crankiness, and other like unpleasant feelings. But the negative ions ease stress, anxiety, and depression, and just overall improve your well-being. So from aesthetic point of view, that's why the Himalayan salt.
No, and it's actually, I think it's 84 different trace minerals that are in that.
Yes, I think you're right.
When I do my education stuff, because September was self-care month, so we used the Himalayan salt as a self-care superfood. So not only does it do all of the stuff that you just mentioned, but it kind of works outside the body as well. It's a natural air purifier. For your home, you see people that have those salt lamps in their house and you just think it's just for aesthetics, but it's not. It actually does what you just said. It removes those negative, it removes or puts the negative ions. I can't remember which one it is.
Removes.
Okay, gotcha. I want to make sure it traps those airborne pollutants, I should say. But you can also use it for cleaning and things like that as well. And it's a really good natural exfoliant. Right, for the sea salt scrubs. You've got some some pink salt products and stuff in your office, don't you?
We do, and one of them is a salt scrub.
Exactly, that and the soaps and stuff like that too. I think you have. But how does it help with the allergies specifically? I know obviously you know when you have allergies, your doctor might tell you to do a saline rinse or something like that, which that kind of makes some sense. But explain to us why breathing in that salt would be better than doing a saline rinse or help with a saline rinse, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, a saline rinse is obviously great. This is just another tool that would help. So it decreases the inflammation in the respiratory tract, and the salt particles actually help to draw out excess moisture and mucus. So by doing that, it helps to open up your airways, which promotes the healing.
Yeah, it helps with that stuffiness.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I know when I made the appointment for the first time and sat in there, it didn't take very long for you to feel the difference. I mean, you start and get that, like you start tasting the salt in your mouth, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you definitely can feel it's like having one of those breathe right strips on your nose almost.
Yes.
As far as that goes.
Yep.
Now, is there anything else about the Salt Spa? Because I know you offer the Salt Spa is one option, but you have different other therapies as well in your office. But is there anything else specifically about the Salt Spa you wanted to mention before we move on to maybe some of your other therapies, just to let people know all the avenues that you offer?
Yeah, no, definitely. So with the salt rooms, it's really great for anything that's respiratory related. So not just allergies, but asthma, COPD, emphysema, any of those types of things. It's great for that. We've actually had people that have had long COVID who have come in and they've done a couple of consecutive treatments and found a little relief. Obviously, it's not a cure, but it provides some relief to them. So it's really good for that. It's also good for your skin. Believe it or not, it's great for eczema and psoriasis, helping teenagers with acne problems. So it's got a lot of benefits that people don't think of.
And it's obviously good for anxiety and stress too.
Yes.
Right?
Very relaxing.
Which everybody has that nowadays.
Yes.
So moving on past the salt, I know you offer several different therapies, but I know the one that everybody talks about is the float pod. So I wanted to give you a minute to kind of explain the benefits of the float pod, because I know that's probably a lot of people's fears, I should say, for floating in water for an hour or something like that in a tank, and fear of like drowning or something like that. So, explain to us a little bit about the float pod, or what that entails, I should say.
Sure. Yeah, the float pod is one of our most popular services.
Really?
Yeah, you've
Wow.
probably heard it as like a sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah.
People are a little intimidated when they first look at it and they come in the room. It's this like bubble looking thing. It's kind of unique. And when you open it up, you'd think that you would be claustrophobic in it, but really a lot of people, once they get in it and lay down, given the dome shape of it, kind of relax. And you do have the ability to open the lid or whatever while you're in there.
I know when I did it, because, me being over 6 foot, I'm like, this thing isn't going to fit me. Like, I'm a big guy, so there's no way I'm going to fit in there. But surprisingly enough, I actually did. I mean, I didn't touch, but you're moving around in there a little bit. You're not sitting still. But you'd be surprised actually how wide and deep it goes, I should say, as far as that. Now, but it's a different solution in there, right?
It is. It's kind of like an Epsom salt on steroids. It's a magnesium sulfate. It's crazy. It's like, it just amazes me. There's only about 11 inches of water in it. And the water's pretty much body temperature. It ranges between 94 and 95 degrees, right in that area. But has over 1,000 pounds of salt. So that concentration of salt is where the magic comes. It forces you to float like the Dead Sea, which takes
and that's such a crazy feeling, because I know when I did it, I even tried to sink and it would not let me do it. It's the craziest thing, because I've had some people tell me, oh, I'm afraid of drowning, or something like that. It's impossible to drown in that tank.
Yes.
Believe me.
You can actually fall asleep and you're not going to drown.
No,
so.
Yeah. And you've got a little device for their heads, things like that don't want to keep their head up, because the whole point of the tank is to sensory deposit. You're supposed to just feel like you're just floating in space, and it takes all of that just out stuff away. But you do have the option to be either a complete dark, you have lights in there, things like that, correct?
We do.
Yeah.
You have control of that. So you can start out with the lights on, and if you get to that comfort zone where you feel like you can shut them off, you have control of that. You can have music, or you can have it be completely silent, whatever puts you in that.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you provide all the amenities. I know you provide the earplugs, and you do have to go through a little ritual before you can get in it, right? With showering and all that. So
absolutely,
you have to shower the oils and stuff off. So you're very clean when you leave. All right. So, but what other services do you offer? Because besides the salt room and the deprivation tank, what else do you offer?
So we also have a full spectrum infrared sauna.
Okay.
That has the option to use the color light therapy. Infrared is great. It's not like the traditional sauna where it heats the body from the air around it from the outside in. Infrared is from the core out. So it penetrates the muscles deeper. I'm sure you're, being a chiropractor, you know how that works. It penetrates the muscles, and it really just...
It's like cooking from the inside out, right?
Yes, but it's not
but
that
it's detox.
awful. Yes.
It's for detox, yeah, of course.
Yep, it detoxes, lets the muscles recover faster. It's great for anti-aging, and it actually is good for heart health.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But what's the benefit with the color? I know that infrared, obviously, but you have the specific term, I think you call it.
Oh, so the chromotherapy.
Gotcha.
So you've probably heard of like red light therapy and all the different therapies. And if you subscribe to that belief of it targets different chakras within the body. So if you've got issues that you want to target, you're given a remote and a chart that tells you what each of the colors do, and you can control what color therapy you use while you're in there.
Cool. I didn't know they actually had a purpose for that. I thought it was just disco party, right?
Yes.
Color lights in there. But you, between all of that, and then you also have a massage therapist on staff, right?
We do, yes.
Gotcha.
She's wonderful. Wonderful. She can
I haven't met her yet, so I don't know if she exists. I can't prove it. But
She does. She does.
no, I just said it because every time I go in there, she's either just stepped out or not working that day. So I always give her a hard time thinking that she's just saying that. But no, she does have a massage therapist in house too. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for your de-stress needs.
Absolutely.
And one last thing too, I know you have a lot of products that you sell. You have the room sprays and the salt scrubs and all that, but you have a little what they call a soul jar, which I've had. It's just a jar filled with the big chunks of Himalayan salt. What's the deal behind that?
So that is our most unique product, which we really didn't know how well it would take off when we got it, but it has really been very popular. So you take the jar, it's actually called a Soleil jar. I've been saying it Soul the whole time until yes. And you put spring water in with it. Mm-hmm. And then in the morning, you take a teaspoon of that spring water and put it in a full glass of water and drink it. And it actually replaces the minerals in the body. It's supposed to give you more energy, make your metabolism better, help to keep the body in the shape that it needs to be in.
Cool. No, it's like your electrolytes, basically.
Yes.
It's better than drinking a Gatorade, right?
Yes.
No, and it's actually, I've tried it and I really enjoy it. It's just different. It's like you're drinking, and you got to get used to it at the first, because it's like drinking a little salty water. I mean, because you think you don't want to drink salt. It's going to make your blood pressure skyrocket, but that's not how it works. But is there anything else that you'd like to say before we kind of wrap it up here and give you some contact information, how to get a hold of you? Is there anything else about salt therapy that you'd like to just tell our listeners?
The only thing I would say is a lot of people think of the Salt Spa as just a place of healing, but it's actually enjoyable. We have a group salt room where we've had bridal parties, and we actually had a family reunion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even an office meeting. So a lot of people are using it for the atmosphere, the health benefits, as well, but just as a great space to get together somewhere different, but that provides some benefits.
You've got a group salt room that can hold, 6 people-ish or so? Yeah, and you don't see that a lot. So yeah, that's perfect for like little offices or little parties for people that can go in there. And I think it's cheaper if they book by the group versus by the individual. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Gotcha. Yeah. So what's the best way to get an appointment? So if you want to make an appointment for either the salt room or the float pod or the infrared sauna or massage or whatever, what's the best way to do that?
The best way is to visit our website, which is serenitysaltspa.com. You can go right on there. It shows our available times, lets you book your appointment. You put in your request, and then we respond hopefully immediately with a yes or a no that time slot is still available. You can also call the spa. Our number there is 828-578-6054, or definitely just stop in if you want, and we can give you a tour of the facility and schedule your appointment there.
Awesome. And what are your hours typically?
We are open from Tuesday to Saturday, 9 to 7. And Sundays 9 to 3.
Oh, and you're open on weekends.
We are.
Awesome.
Just closed Mondays.
Yeah, well, I think everything in Hickory shuts down on Mondays just about. But that's good to know for weekends, because there's not a lot of businesses that I feel like they're open like that for weekends.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know. And you can get gift cards and things like that as well if you're wanting to treat somebody, but you yourself don't want it, but you want to treat somebody else like your spouse or somebody that you have gift cards as well.
Absolutely. We have the physical gift cards, and then we have e-gift cards on our website as well.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Karen, it's been a thrill to have you here. I'm excited that you got in here to explain the power of salt for us. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with before we sign off here?
I think I'm good, but thank you very much for inviting me in and letting me spread the word.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. If you'd like to learn more about something you just heard, or are interested to see how chiropractic care can help you, you can visit our website and schedule an appointment at newdirectionschiropractic-nc.com. Be sure to follow our social media accounts for more tips and information on how to be a better you. Thanks for listening.